Yeah. Holy cow.
Corn syrup, I guess.
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
What
I
makes
brought in
bubble
this
gum?
for the
What is
team.
the flavor
For the
of bubble
team?
gum?
It's like sugar and gum.
Right, but what does gum taste like?
It's usually no flavor. It's
Go ahead and
welcome,
Like
to
it's
another,
standard
welcome to
bubblegum.
another episode of the People's Mic. I'm Jimmy Peoples. We're about to get into some serious shit today. Introduce yourself.
my name is
Slide
Christy.
this way. Slide to me. Slide in towards the table.
I wondered why you guys sit
Introduce
so
yourself.
close together.
Yeah, no, it's all about framing.
Yeah, framing in the camera. Good. You super
There's
light.
this much space.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Introduce yourself.
My name is Christy.
Yep.
I'm Brian Alberton, and apparently you're nearby.
I am nearby. That's so creepy when he does that. Because it's somebody who I usually don't talk to, and I was like, should I just say hi? Because they know I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And they,
or it's like if you haven't talked to them for a while, maybe
Yeah.
there's a good reason for that.
Yeah. It was like, maybe, what if I'm cheating on somebody and I'm not supposed to be nearby?
Ooh, that's tough.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's like, why are you nearby?
Yeah, I would turn that off.
Gum base. I don't.
Because I'm usually lying about everything.
Yeah,
Like,
you
oh,
are.
I'm in New Jersey today.
Yeah. Like
You lied
the
to
exes
somebody.
that I have
Yeah.
on Facebook live nowhere near me.
Really?
Yeah, like if I found out like an ex who I have on Facebook is around, it would actually be like, oh shit, let's grab a beer, catch up.
Yeah, I'm never a grab a beer guy. I'm always I do a certain amount of things.
Mhm.
So if it's not fits in those things, it's like I don't. I'm so into my routine that it's
Mhm.
like veering off. It's
I saw
weird.
your Instagram description as doer of things.
Yeah.
So I'm not
How do
surprised.
you feel about that?
Well, you said that you do a certain amount of them.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know.
I feel
do what I feel like.
this is what I feel like
Uh-huh.
you do.
What do I
You wake up at 5 a.m.
Earlier.
and you go to the gym.
Yep.
And then you clean your house,
No.
deep clean.
No.
Okay. And then you get on the phone with at least 3 people and tell them how you feel about them. And then you work.
Uh-huh.
And then you type on your computer a lot, and then you come and do all this stuff all day long, and then you go back home, go to the gym again,
Twice,
and
2 a day.
read the Bible, and then go to sleep. That's how I feel like you.
That's crazy. Jim is correct. I don't read the Bible.
You don't read the Bible?
No, I don't read the Bible. I'll read a verse on Facebook once in a while. I'll be like, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a sitting. I'll meditate here and there, but I'm not a big religious guy. I don't
I think there are good things you can get out of religion, but there's also a lot of bad stuff packed in there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I feel like it's a good story. You shouldn't invest your
Right.
whole life in it, and you shouldn't force that idea
Yeah.
on somebody else.
Well, no, it's like if people are just saying like, what would Jesus do? And they
Mhm.
use that to inspire themselves to live a better, more generous, more kind life.
Yeah.
Great.
It's a
But
book.
I can get those exact same lessons from Captain America.
Absolutely.
And Captain America kicks way more ass
What
than
if
Jesus.
the Bible?
Yeah.
What if the Bible was the Harry Potter of their time? What if there's some
They're all just stories we tell them.
It's a story.
Yeah.
It's a great story, but what if it was that?
Yeah.
And then thousands of years from now, somebody's gonna find a Harry Potter book and be like, "Holy shit, this is what happened."
People treated
You know?
Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings like it was
Yeah.
friggin' religion. They were like
Which
Frodo
is a
Lives
far
posters.
fetched. I understand, but it's possible.
It's we use
Yeah.
these stories with crazy circumstances
Yeah.
to teach us lessons that we can hopefully use in our day-to-day lives.
Or make people do what we want them to do.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know?
there is definitely an element of exercising
It's
control over other people.
That's
Which
great.
was really handy, in the Dark Ages when it was survival was tough.
Yeah.
But we're so soft now.
Absolutely.
As long as you got money, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. How you been?
Good. Yeah,
I've been watching your Facebook.
It's been what? 2
What's
months?
on your Facebook?
Your Instagram?
I'm currently on a tour. I'm touring the U.S., not in any sort of comedy context, but just trying to flee the Canadian winter. Because I'm taking.
You're Canadian?
I am Canadian, yeah. I'm going on a cruise in a couple weeks out of Fort Lauderdale, and I can work from anywhere, so I didn't want to have to be in Toronto for the worst of the winter. So I went down to Tucson, where it snowed, and then I went to Vegas, where it snowed.
Tucson?
And
Where's Tucson at?
Arizona.
Arizona. It snowed in Arizona.
It snowed in Arizona.
Hold on. Let me fix this. We're going to do this a couple times.
Yeah, snowing in Arizona, snowing in Vegas.
Where's your cruise going?
Bahamas, Tortola, and Puerto Rico.
Tortola.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
Like,
I mean, it's an island. I assume it's an island, but
yeah. I know the Bahamas really well.
Why'd you pick that?
So it's like a super duper nerdy cruise. If you've ever heard of Jonathan Colton,
no.
Let's try "They Might Be Giants."
They might be giant. Oh,
like the band.
Song. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Istanbul, not Constantinople. Yeah. So,
okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's basically a cruise
like
of like board game nerds who are also comedians and musicians. So it's just.
Can I get in that? I was talking last night about how I want to go to a cruise.
Yeah.
Last night I was saying I wanted to do a cruise.
I would never normally do a cruise.
No,
but this
definitely
particular cruise, because they've got the entire boat.
Board games and comedians.
Yeah, it's a boat full of board games and comedians. And everybody's pretty chill and
Fuck.
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah, we can dive right in.
All right. Like, I'm actually thinking about signing up for it if there's like
there's no...
me and somebody else.
It leaves... this year's cruise is already sold out. But
you can't go. You can't go.
It's on cap for next year.
You can't go nowhere.
Actually, I mean, you might be able to squeak one in. Like, they sometimes have some last-minute availabilities.
I'm
but
like New York.
You never know.
She signed up for this podcast.
Actually, no, you know who's going to be on the boat.
No, I didn't.
Aparna and Antrilla, she'll be on the boat.
Yeah,
she'll be on the boat.
Performing or just...
Yeah, performing.
What?
And I need to know about, like, when's the next one and everything. Because,
next March. I mean, I'll pull it up on my phone.
Yeah. I always thought
Read the
cruises
details.
were just cruises. I didn't know you could go on an entire board game / comedian cruise.
Well, yeah, so they've got, like, themed cruises, right? Like
Playing
John Mayer.
checkers with comedians, drunk.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like,
but man,
checkmate.
you got to broaden your horizons beyond checkers. We got to get you into some Catan. We got to get you into some
Wow, I mean...
Carcassonne, Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah,
there's
I'll
a lot
squeeze
of
in. Yeah.
But yeah.
What do you post on...
Excited.
Good. What do you post on your Instagram?
If I'm in the... Like, it's usually, like, I don't film when I'm out with other people.
Uh-huh.
You know how normal people, it's like, once they're with someone, they'll be like, we're taking...
Yeah, I'm not alone. Yeah.
Like, right now. But I only really film when I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, hey, I just, like, researched this thing, and I realized this, and stuff like that.
I very, very rarely film.
Yesterday I posted,
Here's
like,
who
a
you remind me of
police
my
thing.
aunt. You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
Pull up Sylvia Stripling and let me know.
This is your aunt,
This is
Sylvia
my aunt.
Stripple?
Yeah, Stripling.
Ooh, she must have
Maybe
had a hard
just the
time with that
cheeks.
name.
We had
SYLVIAS.
I'm just a Stripling.
STR?
SYAVLI. Sylvia, last name Stripling.
What are you doing tonight? Strippling?
Stripling.
Just Stripling.
I could have went either way. I got
Sylvia
Peoples
Stripling. There
or
we go.
Stripling. Two names.
People's is definitely better.
That's probably in Google. Yeah, there. Check that picture. Maybe I thought the cheeks maybe. All right, not as much.
Well,
That's a show.
Yeah,
I can see.
Yeah, I can
anyway.
see. There's a little bit of a facial resemblance. Yeah.
I can see.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Bit.
It's all the same picture.
Well, she died, but
okay.
she had an album in the 80s.
I guess I can keep her legacy
She was a
going.
disco singer.
Cool.
It's always the same picture.
Yeah, that was she was like a
She looks like
two-hit-
my grandma.
a 2-hit wonder, I guess.
Okay.
And Biggie took one of her songs, not took one of them, but he sampled one of her songs.
Right.
Juicy. I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's Juicy.
Oh, okay. Yo, she wrote the sample. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
So,
that's a hell of a
It's
thing.
always the same.
it was
How
huge.
frustrating! Like, it's always the exact same picture.
But when you hear the song, it's like
Yeah.
it's a catchy song. Like it's big in disco circuits.
No.
But
Cool.
That's what my
You can play it
Spotify
today.
like Discover Weekly playlist always is.
Yeah.
Right? Like they generate a new playlist for you every week of hey,
Uh-huh.
this is stuff you're listening to.
Ugh.
All it ever is just whatever like music I'm actually trying to listen to.
Yeah.
It's all the stuff it's sampled.
Divided by
Really?
3 in value.
really,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So like I was on a Black Album kick a little while ago,
Uh-huh.
and then it got that song.
And then they mix the song.
Yeah.
That it's weird. My song, my playlist.
Chase the Devil.
I try to get everything that's not commercial, but then they sneak commercial songs in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, weird. There's
You're in the
always
shower and Ariana Grande starts playing.
yeah, I'm like I would never like who's
Alexa,
it's always
thank
Katy
you.
Perry.
Next. Fuck no,
It's Katy Perry and Pink, and I'm like, what?
No.
What the fuck? Do you hang out with a lot of girls? Do you have a lot of girlfriends or guy friends?
I think it's probably just a mix.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Recently, a girl came into a car. I was like carpooling with a few people, and it was only 2 guys at the time, and a girl came in. We all were just meeting each other. And one of the first things the girl said was, "I never get along with girls." And she said it to me.
She pulled her claws out.
Yeah, and we had to still ride together for 2 hours.
Yeah, she made
2
it weird.
hours.
And I was like, okay.
This wasn't like a ride share. This was like a schedule.
As soon as she got in, she said, I don't get along with girls.
I don't get along with girls.
And
And I was like, all right.
He's like, well,
you're riding with one, so.
Twat. You said you were in love. What happened?
Okay, so yeah.
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 When were you in love? Just for a
real
days?
love, like woman love, or
yeah, like woman, like I think I'm legit.
Oh, you still are?
Working hard for this girl. Yeah.
You...
So
no problem in that.
How'd you meet, first of all?
So we were on 6th Street in Austin, Dirty 6th Street, and we were at a random karaoke bar.
Yeah.
And her and her friend came in, and her friend was really, really distraught. And I was like, "Oh shit, what's wrong?" And she was like, "Oh man, I'm just going through a really, really bad breakup, and I just feel like absolute dog shit tonight, and I just need to get as drunk as possible." So I just said to her, like, "Listen, like, you know what? I'm just put this out there.
Oh my
If
God.
making out would make things feel better, I'm happy. Just give you some comfort."
Yeah.
Wow.
And then her friend was like, "Holy shit, this guy's actually a good dude." Yeah. So I ended up with the friend, and we wound up staying up all night watching comedy specials and doing other things. And we went out again for dinner last night in Austin. And I was just like,
But now you're here.
Now I'm here, yeah.
She lives in Texas.
You just met.
Austin.
And
Yeah.
Throwing around the L word.
No, I've never felt about a woman the way I feel about her. Like, I know I would never forgive myself if I didn't absolutely go all in, pursue this with everything that I got.
You gonna go back to Texas?
Actually, I think I'm taking her to Universal Studios next week.
God damn.
Oh, so you come from money.
No, self-made.
Sounds like money.
Okay.
But he has money.
Yeah, but
he
I
has
money.
That's money talk. I'm taking her to Disney. What?
Universal, yeah.
Universal?
She said she'd never been to Harry Potter, and I was like, it's not like it's $100 to fly you down there.
He has a fun Instagram. His Instagram is
I'll follow it.
Spending money.
I don't think it's not
crazy. It's not crazy.
Like, I'm not like
you're having fun.
Yeah.
Look, fun. As long as this girl allows me to perhaps squeeze into the board game cruise.
Oh, wait,
then let's all be friends.
No, we can maybe make it work.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Universal.
Put her in your suitcase.
Of course, there is a complication.
What? Oh, you got a girl.
Excuse me?
He's got a girl.
What about it?
What's the complication?
So prior to, like I said, I've been on the road through the States for the past couple weeks. And about a month ago, I got introduced to a girl in Toronto. And we've been hitting it off, decently. Like, it's actually like
a different girl.
A different girl, yeah.
She's Canadian.
And her, like, I like her. I could see myself being, like, happy in a relationship with her.
But is there a green card?
Well, I mean, that's one factor.
Yeah.
But even setting that aside, I'm more into this girl from Austin.
Yeah.
But Austin is also really cool. Have you been?
No, it's amazing.
Wow.
I loved
it. It's crazy. Yeah.
Had so much fun there.
People say hi to you in the bathrooms. They're like, "Hey, weird. What's up?"
Just talking in the bathroom.
My name's James.
Everybody's friendly, yeah. And they don't even ask you for a cigarette. It's great.
I don't like talking in the bathroom. just holding our things, just shooting the shit. Nah.
Yeah, so anyways, I made plans with the girl that I'd been seeing in Toronto that I'm actually bringing her to New York this weekend. We're going to see some Broadway shows and going to have some fun times.
Yeah. Who's cuter?
The one in Austin. No, the one in Austin. Totally. I'm more attracted to her. Like, the one in Toronto is lovely. Like, she's a fantastic woman as well. She's a pastry chef.
Cool.
But.
Are you dating? What's your story?
Nothing.
God damn. Did you gulp? I'm sorry. On to the next. What's your favorite thing?
I think that the Texas girl is definitely where you gotta put your eggs.
That's the thing, yeah. Like I am all in on her.
Yeah, but I was saying, I was thinking about people who have some money.
Sure.
Girls really will latch on a little bit better. They'll really behave themselves a lot better with you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like a big test that you can give to these girls is if you just like convince them that you quit your job. Convince them that like I quit, by the way, and I'm just not gonna like I really am not gonna have any money moving forward. And if you can convince them that, wait about 2 days with them believing that, and if they stick with you during that, that's passing the test. But if they say like, "Oh," then it was about the money.
Do you have to do that anymore?
Well, I mean, like, so.
Oh yeah,
I approach it in
it's
somewhat.
all about the lifestyle.
Well, that's the thing for me. It's like it's much more the lifestyle. Like I don't spend that much. Yeah. I mean, like basically the way I've got it set up is I've got a couple million in the bank invested in such a way
if
that
you and her pass an ice cream store and she says, "I want an ice cream," do you buy her an ice cream?
Maybe.
If you feel like getting ice cream.
Yeah, it depends.
That's the whole thing that girls are looking for.
What?
They want someone who will buy them an ice cream every time they pass an ice cream store.
No.
You know what? Ice cream, I'm totally cool with. Yeah. I've come to actually think about this. Like all the stuff I liked when I was a kid was cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I was in Vegas, I went to the Pinball Hall of Fame, which is awesome. They've got like all the pinball machines. And I loved playing pinball when I was growing up, right? But when I was a kid,
you lost me on that one.
I would like get $2 to play at the arcade. And that would give me like 8 quarters. I could like maybe play for like 10, 15 minutes. I go to the Pinball Hall of Fame now. I'm like, I'm going to drop $20, which is like $20.
Yeah.
And I'm good for hours.
Yeah.
And it's just
That's disgusting.
Why?
You're playing pinball.
Yeah. What's wrong with pinball?
Pinball has come back.
It's totally coming back.
It's like this novelty thing that has gone away, but then it's been revamped.
No, some of the newest tables are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of bananas. It's they have one at the Creek in the Cave, and they have like competitions and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the old pinball where it's just that rickety machine where you have to bang it.
Yeah.
There's no skill involved. The ball just keeps going.
There is absolutely skill involved.
All right.
No, but like I mean, you got to catch the ball on the flippers, make sure you figure out where you want it to go, line up your shots and stuff like that. Figure out what the game modes on that particular table are, so that you're figuring out all your combinations.
I'm willing to give it another chance. If it still fails my standards, I'll disrespect it fully.
Okay. Disrespect. What are you into? What's your thing?
Probably just like any of the other. I don't know. Stop. I don't actually know.
Huh?
I don't actually know. I like the shooting as far as arcade games. I like the shooting ones. Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, my point is like. As long as the thing she's always asking for is like an ice cream or like spending $5 on pinball or like doing some laser tag or like
doing fun shit.
As long as it's like fun stuff that is relatively marginal.
Because that's what you work for. You work for have fun.
Yeah. Like if we're like walking by a Chanel store and she's like, "Yo, can you get me back?" I'm like,
nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
but yeah. But
I've got like arcade money. I've got
tell her never
junk food money.
Don't say maybe later in my life I can afford a Chanel bag because then she'll be like. If you say, no, oh, by the way, never, I'll literally never be able, then wait a few days and see if she decides to slow down with you.
No, I feel like I would.
You tell.
It would be a dumb proposal idea, but I would be like, if I was going to propose, I would, not necessarily to her. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm that sure yet. It's been 2 dates, but I would just like give her a bunch of cards and be like, pick a card. And like one of them would be like a ring. One of them would be like a bag. One of them would be like, let's go to Jamaica for 3 weeks.
But how would she which one? So if she doesn't choose the ring, you don't get engaged?
She can see all the cards. I'm not like trying to hide on her. I'm just...
Sorry. Am I the first person to always kick the table?
No, I actually shake the table, but I'm glad your drinks are on either side because it's not the
a stabilizing
table.
force.
Oh, this is a good table. Oh shit! I gotta mark these because this is one that shakes. What are you watching right now on Netflix?
Actually, like the Spiral. I keep seeing it because everywhere because I watched the assassination of Versace. Have you guys seen that?
Segue. I was like, where the fuck is this going?
Have you seen that?
No,
I know of it.
Have you seen it?
It was like an FX series, right?
It's
Last
a
year.
series.
Yeah.
The first
It was
episode,
the FX series, yeah.
episode, Versace is assassinated, and that's really cool because his whole mansion is like real. Everything in his life he made from scratch,
Right.
to be perfect. So it's really beautiful and everything.
Mhm.
But the series is actually about the assassinator,
Right. Kinanan.
who is the crazy. Like it was probably the most mind blowing thing I've ever seen. I watched it all night. Like I actually kept watching until it ended at like 5 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
All night long, and it changed my life.
Change your life.
Yeah,
Your
because
life?
the assassinator was crazy, but in a way that I could relate to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he killed like 5 people in 1 year. Just all of a sudden, he like went through 5 different people, and it ended with Versace, and then he got caught. But the stuff, the stuff that was going on with him was so psychotic, but like I could relate to it.
Yeah.
And man.
Yeah, what have I been
But
watching?
I see these spirals everywhere now, and he was obsessed with Versace himself, so it was always those spirals. And I feel like I'm crazy. I walk down the road and every storefront has these fucking spirals, and I'm like,
yeah, I don't know.
They're everywhere.
Well, what's funny is like, I mean, this is like kind of a notable pop culture piece of clothing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a wave happening now.
It's not from Versace. It's Lebowski.
Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is the sweater.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
That
Versace doesn't own the spiral, but he does have the spiral. Yeah.
What are you watching now? Or do you?
I've been watching Russian Doll.
I saw it. I had to. Somebody told me to buckle down. I almost gave up on it. I was like, oh,
yeah, the first episode I gave up after that, but then I went back.
They shot all of it within like 5 blocks a year, right?
Yeah. Every time I'm around that park now, I'm like, looking around.
They shoot a lot of stuff around here now. They're like that. There's always something filming.
Netflix just announced they're investing like $1.5 billion in a new studio in Toronto, so they can shoot more stuff there.
Oh shit!
Like Umbrella Academy, you've seen that?
I've started seeing it.
Yeah. So they shot all that in Toronto.
That I quit on too. I was like, it's the accents. Something about.
Fair enough.
Are those Canadian accents? Or
I mean, Ellen Page is Canadian, but I think all the other actors are American.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, I'm not picking up on it.
Just prejudice. I was like, I can't do the accents. I'm out.
I can't do the title. The Umbrella Academy. I just want to I just can't.
I gave it a try. I was like, it was a lot like an X-Men spinoff. And then I was like, all right, I'll give it a. Then I was like.
Yeah, all the Titans they shot in Toronto too.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, Shazam, the new one that's coming out in a couple weeks with Zachary Levi, that they shot all in Toronto. They shoot a lot of stuff there.
Wow.
Suicide Squad, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Because it looks like New York, but it without
pretty
much. Yeah. It's New York, but cheap.
Yeah. Cheap.
And empty.
Cheaper.
Was that
push people out of the way.
What's it called? Kick-Ass? Was Kick-Ass?
Kick-Ass 1 and 2 were both shot in Toronto. Yeah.
Because you can tell. You can, because we're in New York, but it's not really.
No.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Because there's no alleys in New York.
There are a few.
No.
There's an alley next to my house.
Is it?
Toronto does have really good alleys.
Good alleys. Like you can run like LA alleys.
You can run long. You can bike down them. They're covered in graffiti.
That's not a New York thing.
Toronto's graffiti alleys are
like Detroit
really great.
Has alleys, I guess. And
I've never spent time in Detroit.
I don't know if they filmed RoboCop in Detroit. It's supposed to be Detroit. Was that Toronto?
RoboCop? No, RoboCop they filmed in Toronto.
In Toronto. See?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we're in Detroit. I was like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, what else did they film in
Toronto? Those
Toronto?
alleys. They like those alleys.
Yeah, it's the graffiti alleys.
I feel like you're really, a representative of Toronto.
Oh,
this guy?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was like a negotiation, I would say I'm never going to care.
No, that's fair enough. I'm not trying to sell anybody on
I don't give a shit.
No matter what you
sell
say.
anybody on Toronto. I know it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Good.
What are you struggling with?
What am I struggling with?
Yeah.
Well, I just started stand-up comedy, as you know, and it's tough because in order to become skilled, you have to give it 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's tough at this and I'm prepared to do that. But it's tough at this beginning part where you're so bad, but you're like, shit, can I get good? Or am I just perpetually always just not going to be good? That's stressful because every time you're like, I don't know. Should I give it another 5 years, or is this just? Am I bad?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do is just keep writing
going,
and keep trying, and eventually
but it's
you'll
stressful.
start to hit on stuff. It is super duper stressful.
It's stressful when you're like, well, we'll see in 5 years when I'm 30.
Like the thing I find
works out.
Yeah, the thing I find challenging on it is like
But I make people laugh sometimes.
I write more stuff than I get stage time to do.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like anytime I'll be going up, it'll be like, do I want to work on or refine something that I've already done that I kind of like and I want to make great?
Yeah.
Or do I try this new stuff that I, think might have some potential that could like leapfrog the older stuff if it just happens that I, snapped on a
Well, I have new stuff every day, but like currently I took a bit that I know is just good. It's almost like if you're practicing instruments, what's it called? The chords?
Yeah, chord progressions, yes.
You should just practice the chords. I feel like this bit is like my chords. It's like such a good, just standard gold bit. Mm-hmm. If I just take that and run with it for a month and see if I can make it really good.
I mean, the more you can flesh out the premise, the more you can extend it. You know, if you've got a good core, everything extends out of that.
And it's getting on. Just keep getting on stage.
So you're going to hear the same joke again today.
That's cool.
About dolphins.
As long as you
I haven't heard it before.
Until you find...
Oh, man. I wrote a bit about dolphins. Well, it wasn't actually...
I hate, like, people are starting to talk about dolphins now, and I'm always like, shut the fuck up. Like,
no,
it's mine. People are like,
I was telling this girl from Austin I was going to write a song about her.
Yeah.
About how, like...
Oh, you need to slow down.
Why? Why? Before I say why.
Just watch out. Like, it's been 2 dates.
Yeah.
Just watch out.
Yeah, no song. No song. your pupils are too big.
No
song.
It's a tennis match. Like, make sure she hits the ball back before you serve again.
Yeah.
If you're just serving, she's going to go home. Like,
but you know what?
She needs to be hitting the ball back.
Okay, but here's the thing. You know what? If I keep swinging, she just goes home, then I accept it and move on. But I don't want to be in the situation of like holding my fire.
Yeah.
You got to ration it.
I do. Oh yeah,
totally. You got to ration it and
I mean, I haven't written the song yet. I've only got like 2 lines.
Definitely go to the Harry Potter part.
Throw the song away.
Throw it away.
Throw it away.
All right.
I don't know.
It involves a lot of dead dolphins, though.
Yeah, toss that. Toss it.
All right.
Toss it.
All right.
I love you like dead dolphins.
No, the line was, I would freeze the sea to watch.
Right? And were you like, man, I really like this guy?
At no point that a guy wrote me a song, love letter, or poetry was I also reciprocating at the time.
Yeah.
So those things always just added on to the God.
I used to write poetry, and she happened to like it, but I didn't write it for her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think there's a difference. Like I remember, I plagiarized one song for a girl when I was in high school.
Okay,
and it was the Method Man, All I Need, and I just wrote the words and I said it to her, and she was like, "That's the most beautiful thing." Yeah. And then she later found, she was like,
"I'll text her now. What if God was one of us?"
Fuck. But it was like, but when you're younger, it's cute, you know. But
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have put away those childish things.
No, put them away. Absolutely.
This is the difference between New York attitude and Texas attitude. Maybe.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know.
You gotta like space it out, you know.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then bring it back. I want to see where.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I mean, the end game, right? And just marry her, and then I can be here full time.
Wow. Don't get married. I don't know.
I can't. No, it's the only way to a green card. Short of.
Oh shit. Yeah, she's American. Fuck. Do you really got to do that?
Yeah.
It's that or
healthcare forever.
Well, no, that's a cool thing, right? Like, because it can go both ways, right? Like, I can start being here with her.
Nobody's ever going to deport you. Like,
nah, but nobody's going to be able to pay me.
What do you mean?
Right, like I can't get a bank account. I can't get like a W-2 from anybody or anything like that. I can't take any jobs without a social insurance number or social security number.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I don't want.
And if they catch him at a border, he has to pay large fines.
And I'd never get to come back in the country. And it's not worth the risk. There's an option where if I invest a chunk of money in a particular kind of company here in America, I can get it expedited. But even that takes like years just to even get to a point where I can come here on a temporary visa.
Shit.
So yeah, it's the most efficient way is a genuine marriage of convenience.
Yeah. Wow.
If you divorced her, do you keep the green card?
Probably not.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm going to be proposing to her in 3 weeks.
We
like
need to Google her.
Yeah,
Google it.
All right.
Yeah, picture up. Throw the picture up. I don't know.
No one's come in here.
Not yet. I think today's gonna be a light day. And a lot of guys hang out outside. Yeah, it's nice weather. I don't know. I feel like being in America puts us in a position because there's no place that I would. Yeah. She's cute. She's adorable. Is the tattoo on her neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she'll love Universal.
Yeah, she's gonna have fun at Universal.
All the American flags.
Waiting for you to come back. She has an American shirt on. Oh man, she's adorable.
Yeah, there was a time where I was like dating this guy, and there were a few other. I was working at the UN, so all of the girls who were also trying to take him from me, which happens a lot, were Europeans. Mm-hmm. And I remember being like, yeah, but I got the green card.
No, man.
I remember being like, yeah, but you're from fucking Belgium.
Where's he from? He's American?
Portugal.
Spanish? Is that Spanish?
I was like, I've got
Portuguese.
2,000 nuclear.
Yeah, Portuguese. It's a distinct language.
Okay. What'd you say?
Well, I was like, I just remember feeling that American.
Yeah, come in. Okay, don't come in.
Superiority, and because I was
over him.
No, over the other girls who were trying to steal him. I would be like, yeah, but
like the best gift you could give any prospective kid is 2 passports.
Yeah.
Really?
U.S.
Really?
I believe that. Yeah.
Maybe
that's because I resent my mom for being born 6 months too early. Because if she'd been born 6 months later, I'd be a dual U.S. Canadian citizen.
How? Why?
Well, basically, just my mom's parents moved her from Halifax to Boston when she was 6 months old. And so like all my aunts and uncles are all American citizens born and raised in Boston.
No, you're good. Hang on.
But my mom is the one only Canadian citizen out of her whole family.
She was born in Canada.
She was born in Canada, yeah.
As fuck.
Yeah. So I've got no claim to a green card or anything like that.
How often have you run into a moose?
Never.
Okay.
No, I can't think of any time.
What about an elk?
Don't think so, no.
What kind of wildlife do you run head on into while you're trying to get on with your life?
Was Cougar guy from Toronto? Where's the
cougar? Raccoons. All the fucking raccoons.
Wolves?
Nope, no wolves.
Okay.
No, just raccoons.
Where was the guy that wrestled the cougar? Where was he from?
Colorado.
Okay. I thought he was from Canada.
Yeah, no. Like, I mean, we have grizzly bears like out west and stuff like that. But no, Toronto is, it's got about as much crazy wildlife as Syracuse. Exactly.
What the fuck is Syracuse known for? Oranges?
Yeah. I was gonna say oranges.
I took it from you.
What the hell? Where's Syracuse?
Syracuse is upstate New York, right?
There's no oranges there.
No, it's like 2.5.
Oranges grow in the south.
Are there oranges?
No,
but
the Syracuse University team is called the Orange.
It's called the Orange Men. That's right.
The Orange Men.
Yeah, so their basketball team's the Orange Men, but Syracuse is like 2.5, maybe 3 hours north west of Albany.
This is
Yeah, Albany is the capital of New York.
Mm-hmm. Good job. This is the smartest podcast I've ever done.
Oh man, how far do you want to go on forward?
I don't know where to go from here. What do you struggle with?
What do I struggle with?
Oh, that's your main question.
That's the I need to get a new one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Get a new.
What? He's struggling with the fact that he's trying to marry this girl.
No, I don't struggle with that.
What else besides that? Yeah.
What I struggle with is figuring out what my appropriate and decent and constructive place in this world should be.
Oh my god.
Why? What is that for?
Because
what?
Right? Like I've had a very good luck. I've been incredibly well served by the world. Mm-hmm. So what is my responsibility to do now that I'm at a point where I can do whatever? what am I doing that's not inappropriate or irresponsible? And if I can like potentially do some comedy that would hopefully raise some social consciousness, God, that sounds fucking pretentious, but I would like to be a force for good in the world, and I'd like to do that through telling jokes about my penis.
Do you remember Snoop Dogg?
Because they need to laugh at this fucking thing.
Do you remember there's a scene where Snoop Dogg and Cat Williams are smoking a blunt in the car before his before Cat Williams' special?
No.
And Snoop Dogg was telling Cat Williams, "Remember, man, you gotta. It's just the truth. Tell the people the truth." And Cat was like, "Yeah,
No.
yeah, of course.
You're just high.
That's what I'm gonna do. I tell people that's what it's all about." And Snoop Dogg was like, "This ain't comedy. It's truth." Like, and everything. God,
but the good shit.
I wish you knew what I was talking
good
about.
Shit, well, yeah, the good shit. It makes you laugh and it is resonant. And I don't just want to do like facile shit. I want to try and do something a little more ambitious, which is difficult.
About your dick.
Well, I mean, you got to get something to warm up the audience to you.
God damn.
No, man.
What's your truth? Wow.
It's
too deep for this
podcast.
podcast.
But I would say to you, like, I don't know what
ignored all my questions.
I don't know what you're like.
Like
he said that he works anywhere or whatever, so I guess you're like doing some type of digital marketing bullshit.
No. What the fuck? No. That's a totally fair thing to assume. Absolutely, and I don't
bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
No. What happened was I worked in sales and tech support at a startup that went like supernova, and I had stock options from when they were very, very small that are now very, very big, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yeah. But I would say on your travels, collect smiles like they're gold coins in a Mario and Nintendo game.
Fuck yeah.
Just
any opportunity
make the
you
smiles happen and be like, bling, bling, bling.
No, I love that. Like, for example, I was just walking around.
He's struggling with his place in the world.
Okay.
Well, like, I was staying down on the Lower East Side, and I was walking up, and there was like an old couple that was like fussing with like the grate in front of their store, and they were like,
"Smile."
No. They were like,
"She's
fuck that." No.
They
were like,
but I thought you weren't supposed to tell people to smile anymore. I thought that
I don't tell people to smile
because it's just too. You can't go up to
I don't tell people. Okay.
Well, listen, like.
I feel like old people to smile.
Maybe, I don't know. Either way, they were asking me to help with their grate, and I was like, no problem. I will use this opportunity to show off, and it will probably go way better than the time you and I did burpees off each other. That was just awful.
What did they ask you?
That's not a game.
Yeah,
when we did burpees off each other.
Not off each other. I got challenged to do burpees and got my ass handed to me. What happened? But anyway, so I'm like, yes, I will be the strong person and like lift the grate. And they were like, oh, thank you so much.
Lift the what?
The grate. Like, the grate, the lockdown thing that comes down from the store.
Okay.
To get the grate.
Yeah, so I slide up the grate, the shutter or whatever at the front of the store. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. And I was just like, no, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do a good deed.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Was that Toronto or New York?
That was like down on fucking
New York City. Good.
Yeah, it was in New York.
Yeah. I have a superhero complex. I do like helping people.
Right.
I feel you should. If you're in the position to help, you should help. You know? And
I usually am now.
Yeah.
So now I have no excuse.
Yeah. And guys like us, I think, are criticized for being too helpful and too nice.
Yeah. I think, we live in kind of a ruthless world.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has to be that way.
No, not at all.
Right? Like,
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And
it's not always a zero-sum game. Sometimes it is, and then,
I was like, maybe you're not nice enough.
Yeah. We're competing for spots at a festival. It's fucking cutthroat.
I love competition.
What are you what festival?
Any festival.
In general. He's just speaking general.
Competing for spots at a festival?
Yeah, like if you're doing like a showcase to get a spot at the Montreal Comedy Festival or something like that.
Most festivals like competition.
Well, they like competition because that gets all the comics to promote as hard as they can to get all their votes.
Sometimes
that sounds stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't,
it's a really stressful part of. It's one of the things I least like about doing comedy is the self-promotion aspect.
I like the self-promotion. I don't like some of the competitions that are because they're just there to promote the bar or whatever club they're at. You know, it's not like a real hey, let's celebrate our talent kind of thing.
Yeah, or you'll go to a comedy competition. Like I've been to one where they were like, okay, and the judges for tonight's comedy competition are like some radio DJ.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
radio DJs, you know what? No, they know what patter is. They know,
Yeah.
you know, they know what to do. A social media manager who works freelance. What the fuck do you know about comedy?
Yeah, absolutely. Just somebody they picked.
Yeah.
I would love to see what they have to say in their judgment.
They don't
I like
know.
what you
they
said
don't-
about
they don't-
the penises.
They have no comments. They make no comments. They just write down their numbers on their cards.
Oh,
and,
okay.
yeah, I mean, like, listen, you know, on most competition nights that I've been to, it's pretty clear who the top two sets of the night are. So it's not like it's some great injustice that's been served.
How many comedy competitions have you been in?
Over the years? Yeah.
I've been in 0.
Probably half a dozen.
Still, no.
You've been in 6. What about you?
I did a couple in Philly. I did the main ones at like the
Have you ever
Philly.
been a finalist?
No.
What about you?
No.
I've made it past preliminaries a couple times.
Yeah.
I feel like I could make it past
It's like the more you do it, you make it to like the second, third rounds. But a lot of the times they know who they want to advance or win the class. Sometimes like the main clubs, I feel are kind of rigged because they know who they want to advance.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like who can best read the room as it is in that particular moment and happen to have, right? Like there's been times where way more talented comics than me have lost to me because I'm just nice and charming on stage.
You bought the audience.
They would, walk the audience, so they would be more. Yeah, I didn't buy the audience. I won this.
Here's dollars.
Yes.
All right, you like magic?
Money. Bitches.
I will make it rain indoors.
Holy shit. What else did I say? I saw a preview for the new Joker movie.
Oh, really?
Which is they put the teaser out. That was dope.
I've been minimally online.
I was a little skeptical about it, but it looks pretty dope.
Who's the Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Is that a black guy?
No, it's
who is that?
Joaquin Phoenix. Did you see her?
Man, her.
No.
Okay. What else was he in? The Master. Paul Thomas Anderson.
I only want the Joker from Suicide
Did you see Gladiator?
Squad.
Yeah, he was the bad guy in Gladiator.
Yeah, he was the guy that did the thumbs down.
The Emperor.
Sorry.
The Emperor? Fucking.
We'll just get.
Fuck. You one of those? You're like.
Yeah. I only want the Joker to be the Joker from Suicide Squad ever, and that's it.
Oh, that was
really.
I don't want them to keep trying new people. I like
because that's your generation, all right?
I like him. He's the Joker.
No. You would no. Heath Ledger was probably the best Joker of this era.
Well, yeah, Heath Ledger was an incredible Joker. Yeah. The problem
he had no sex appeal. He was just a gross guy. He was just a gross villain. This past Joker had 190% sex appeal. That's important.
No, sure, that is one aspect of the character.
Yeah,
the
and
thing
so
that
if
I don't
they try
like,
anyone else, it's like, where are you going?
Sure, the thing I don't like about Heath Ledger's Joker is that he probably inspired an entire generation of young men to be complete fucking shits on the internet.
Why?
Because he's like this anarchy nihilist kind of guy.
Don't you love the tattoo?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
That's clever.
And the ha 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 tattoos.
Yeah.
I want to get
Jared Leto.
As comedians, don't you want to get that tattoo where it's like ha 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 ha, like it's ha ha ha.
I like the Harlequin.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
All right. She's getting a sequel.
She's getting Birds of Prey.
Hopefully the guy goes with her.
He'll probably have like a cameo or something like that. Like he'll probably be in it about as much as Ben Affleck was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Because they're getting ready for the new Joker to come out, so they're not going to have him in it too much.
Yeah, Affleck's done as Batman, though. They don't know who it's going to be anymore.
Yeah.
They were thinking maybe Armie Hammer.
No. Armie Hammer or the guy from Happy. And
Chris Maloney.
Yeah, Chris Maloney.
Yeah.
I would go with that. I saw that. I was like, he could play. He
probably do older Batman.
Older Batman. He's dark.
Yeah.
I like him. I liked Happy. In that.
Happy was really good.
I got into it, and I was like, it's about a guy who saw like his daughter's imaginary creature because his daughter was kidnapped, and he was like this.
It's Patton Oswalt voices the imaginary friend.
It's pretty good. It was dope. I did see him
twisted.
It's twisted.
Real twisted.
Fucking, I didn't expect that. I was like,
Happy?
this is it's pretty good.
Like
Check it out.
Cool movie.
I think that's. I think it's
I feel like you're the type of girl who zones out when a guy's not giving you. You're like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, like as a child, I didn't watch movies, so like until I was like 16 or something.
You
like
only child?
I only ever watched like 10 movies ever. And so everyone else is like has this whole base of movie knowledge, and I'm just like,
I can kind of sympathize like that. When I grew up, from the time I was 10 years old, my parents moved this way out to the country, and so we went from having like a normal cable package to just the Canadian networks, which are really, really super duper limited in terms of like what they air. Yeah. And so like I miss I've never seen Dragon Ball.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is there propaganda?
We got to wrap this.
Not really.
My bad. Tell them where they can find you at on social media.
Yeah, my Instagram is Christy Vera, KRISTYVERA.
Website?
ChristyVera.com.
Yeah, you do. Good.
Brian Alkerton on Instagram, just Alkerton on Twitter, BrianAlkerton.com. I still got to get that website updated. I said I had to get it updated last time I was here.
Join us at the Board Game and Comedians Cruise.
Yeah, Joko Cruise.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, there's still cabins available for the 2019 Jonathan Colton
Apparently there are.
Nice.
Check out JokoCruise.com.
Check this out. Another episode of The People's Mic. I'm Jim Peoples. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, J Peoples TV. We're here every day, Monday to Friday. War Famous Silence Shrunken Head, followed by the
No one can
People's
understand
Mic
you.
Podcast. They can understand. I gotta say it quick because we gotta get the podcast, the mic started. And cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure's always.
Always good to see you, Brian. Thank you. See you soon, and thank you. Peace.